popular. Hey, what's up? We're back on Spotify with Steph's Rock Show. We've got Bobby of Pentagram. Thank you so much for stopping by.
You're very, very welcome, man. It's a pleasure to be here.
Pleasure to have you. So I'm such a fan. You have been a rock star for many years. You are a founder of the band Pentagram from the 70s, but some of the teens on TikTok and early 20-year-olds just discovered you because your eyeballs really made a scene in a video. How did
That's
you find
popular.
out? Yes.
I
How did
I
you
was just
know?
I was just all of a sudden I was surfing around one day, and someone said, "Hey, did you know that one of the posts about you went viral?" I was surfing around, and someone told me that I had gone viral, and it was always a dream of mine to that someday I'd have something that went viral. Okay. And I figured, well, of course not, because when I see viral, it's like mega major amounts of views and stuff like that. So I figured, well, there's no way. Okay. And they said, go over to X, which I don't use at all, Twitter. And I hit the little link they gave me. Okay. I hope you can still see me for a second. I'm
Yeah.
walking back to my apartment. Okay. So I hit the link, and it took me straight to there, and it said 2.5 million views at the time. And I was like,
Yeah.
holy shit. I was dumbstruck. Hey. Then came the real bombardment, which happened over the next 3 days or so, where it was like 2, 5, 15, 25, 3. I couldn't believe it. I'm floored by the whole thing. And, it's one thing to get finally mass recognized for being a formidable musician, and then it's kind of another one to be a formidable joke. So,
I mean, you're like a founder of doom metal. You were put in the category with Ozzy Osbourne, the American version, and you've had a wild lifestyle of drugs and touring all around the world. You just got back from South America. But I do love that the funniest thing was the memes that were created with the eyeballs and the fan on your hair. And they were like, when you're cooking a brisket and you're 15 beers deep and you forgot you were cooking and all. Did you have a favorite one that you saw?
I like the one with the Muppets because I like the Muppets.
Yeah, yeah.
I
That
mean,
was good.
Cookie still cracks me up. Animal's a trip, and it had Animal portraying my drummer Henry Vasquez, and banging away. It was really cool. So
Yeah, I love what
I like
people can do.
Yeah, I like that one, and I like there was another one with a big female movie star, a rock musician, a singer, and she had a mustache pasted up, and she was mimicking me. I don't know who it was. I can't remember offhand. I don't follow any music anymore, but
Yeah.
it was freaky. The
I'll have
whole
to
thing.
check that out. And I saw one where it's like when you hit the press me button at Home Depot for the Halloween decorations, and then it had you going. I mean, there's some
Yeah,
good ones.
there's probably 100 memes I've seen. I mean, it's endless. I went on Instagram today and I said, "Hey, check out where you push the little magnifying glass to search for something, and it comes with that general page that shows
Yeah.
you like popular of the day." And we were counting them, and it was like 16 out of 18 were me, and 2 were chicks with big boobs and great bodies.
Which yeah, you're up there now. Hey, I've got tits and Bobby, so this is a winning interview right
There
now.
you go. Hey, it's partnership made in heaven. So, am I
Yeah.
there?
Did
Okay.
you notice a difference at all in South America with the crowd size?
Well, South America's always been wild as hell anyway, but yes, because the big difference came when we walked into the local airport here in Philly, and people started coming up, and then a TSA cop walked up in uniform with his gun. He had his hand on his hip, and I'm saying, "Oh shit, what is this going on? Something's up here." And he walked up, total straight face, serious, and he goes, "You Bobby Liebling?" And I said, "Yes." He said, "Can I have your autograph?"
I love it. I love it.
Tripped
You would
out. They
think,
did it. Soccer moms, little kids from elementary school, pilots when we got onto the plane. it, it's really bizarre. So I'm not used to this shit, but trust me, not at all. You know.
But you've been working hard your whole life, and such a great artist and creator and, huge in the 80s. I'm shocked you didn't have this kind of fame even back then. What do you
Um.
think has to do with I would say Pentagram is underappreciated. Would you agree?
Well, of course I'm going to agree with you.
I'm
No,
just saying.
I do think we've been largely passed by many times through the years, and I think that the new lineup has a lot to do with the popularization that's come about. I mean, I'm with three killer, kick-ass musicians that have all three been doing virtually nothing but music for 35 plus years, and our relationship is much more relaxed than I've ever had in any of the other inceptions. And I've loved all the guys through the years and been quite into camaraderie. I like to be buddies and all that kind of stuff. I mean, you're married to those people on the road.
Yeah.
It's just marriage without the sex, but
Well, you could give a hand job to someone in a band because you're that close. It could be
okay.
healthy, you know. You kind of too, you have this like, hey, I've done drugs, I've had hot women. Like, are you still the dating multiple women kind of Hugh Hefner of doom metal or
I am a happily married man, and
oh,
I'm still married for 15 plus years now.
okay.
And well, my wife and I were separated, to be honest, for like 11. Okay. And, we both had other relationships we were in and stuff like that. But we have a son. Okay. And he's the, that whole thing that makes me tick and keep going and gives me a purpose. And he's now, I mean, he was born at the end of the Last Days Here movie, which came out many years ago, the documentary about me. And he's 14 and a half. And
Wow.
it's like, wow, man, where did the freaking time go? Jesus, God. So I wanted to move back to Philly and be near him and my ex wife, or not my ex wife, my
Now
wife.
you're current. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, now my current
Ooh.
again wife.
Oh, I have
And
2 sons that are my world too, so I get it. Did your son understand your viral moment? Does he get what's going on?
he knows that all of a sudden his daddy is everywhere he looks. That's pretty, my son has a very high spectrum autistic situation, and he's he doesn't speak a lot and so forth, but he does express certain things that flip me out. Like they discovered last week that he has acute precognition, premonition, and gets vision. Yeah, he can tell you
Wow.
what's going to happen before it has happened. Literally,
He's
like
psychic.
Nostradamus. Yeah, he's psychic.
That's cool.
This was spooky, but really neat. But
Yeah.
we used to remember my wife and I when he was like 2 years old. He would stand in the corner of the room and kind of look up the wall, like just like he's really involved in something going on, right?
Whoa.
And now they came to find through the tablet that he uses to express himself. The overwhelming amount of the time, he gets very articulate when he uses that and goes into these great depths of vocabulary and things that I had no idea, he could do. I'm
That's
proud.
really neat you guys figured out a way for him to communicate because everyone communicates differently. Have you ever seen Love on the Spectrum, a show about people with autism dating?
No, I haven't. Oh, wait a minute. I might have.
Check it
I
out.
might have. It's
The
it's
3rd
a
season came out the other day, and I have a lot of them by the show because I love how open and honest and raw they are. There's just no filter when they
right.
like you or they don't. And I've always kind of wondered if I was on the spectrum because I don't bullshit. Like, I'm gonna tell you exactly what I'm thinking.
I'm like that too. See, people say I'm painfully honest. I
Yeah.
mean, a lot of people might say I'm full of shit, and oh, he was a dope fiend, he was a womanizer, blah, 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 but I am honest and keep it 110. It's
Yes.
I
What's
will
wrong?
tell you why.
Sometimes you just want to bang. Like I want to bang a lot of people till I'm really old, and then I get tired, and then I want one person. You know,
There you go.
that's
I
just
hey, look, when I got married, my wife said the statement that she still says, "No, my husband loves the ladies,"
yeah.
and my wife's only 38 now. I'm 71,
Shut up, go you.
and I love her, more than anything in life. She's my best friend I've ever had.
You are a pimp. That is incredible. Dude, what is that, a 40-year age gap? What is that?
33 years, yeah, 33. Well, when I met her, she was 21 when we got married, and I was 54 and a half, almost
Goals.
55.
I'm looking up to you right now.
It's
This
my
is
first
I
marriage.
like him young too. I
It's my
like him
only
young.
marriage. My only marriage. Yeah.
See, I'm looking for my third marriage right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Third
Hey,
ex-husband.
what the hell?
Yeah.
Play the field, right? You only got
Fuck
one
yeah.
ticket. We all got one ticket and one ride.
Yes. And I'm
Get
looking to
on that
ride a
ride.
lot of the roller coasters around.
Hell yeah, yeah. I've ridden a lot of those too, but always they all have somewhere along that track. There's a brass ring, and you got to keep on grabbing.
Yeah. I got to
You
look
met-
for the roller coaster that's a little rusty and broken down, but kind of young with low self-esteem that I could convince to move in my house. That's what I'm looking for right now. Don't tell anybody. So what is next? Like, are you talking to your manager? Have you guys talked about shirts or bumper stickers or anything crazy like that?
Currently we totally manage ourselves,
Okay.
and we choose to have it that way.
Yeah.
Um, we're a self-contained unit all the way. All our merchandise is totally controlled by us, designed through us, and okayed by us. We have a U.S. and South American booking agent and a European booking agent. That's it. And one dear friend of mine for over 20 years that has always been a buddy. I lived at his apartment for a while in Brooklyn about 8 years ago, and we hired him. He does multi-purpose, all kinds of things for us. And then we also have a merch person. And that's all that the entirety of the crew is. And we do it ourselves all the way down the line, and we like it that way. Because apparently, I mean, look, we've been together 8 months this inception only. We've already
Wow.
toured Europe, toured South America, toured the US, toured the West Coast. Now we're going to the East Coast. Then we go back to Europe for 2 weeks. We come back here and play a show in Brooklyn and go back to Europe for two more. Then we go to Australia and New Zealand. And then we record the next album again. So
You just don't stop. When did you get sober and when did you get sober?
I'll tell you, from time to time, I fall. I'm a human being,
Oh
and
yeah.
I don't profess to be anything else than that.
Cool.
When you fall down, get back up on the bike the next day. So you bruise your knee, big fucking deal. They don't like it, screw them.
Yeah.
And you just keep on riding, man. Look, everybody's got the. I'm Yiddish, and they say spilkus, which means you like the antsiness and the
Mm-hmm.
crap about them. They got shtick that they have to deal with, right?
Yeah.
Here nowadays on more on comedy and stuff, but uh, you know, everybody's got it. Everybody's got something. Everybody's got skeletons in their closets. Everybody's got shit that they sweep under the rug and so forth. Hey, I have stuff and don't. It's so more power to me.
Yeah.
You don't like what we do? Don't listen to us. Go
My
home.
skeletons are out of the closet. I never got sober. I'm on the train. I never got off it. But I read somewhere that you tried Cambodian heroin, and I don't know if the heroin I got was from Cambodia. What is the difference of where you
Well,
get your heroin?
the refined amount, the percentage of stuff. I mean, when I first started out, I was in my early teens and started out
Wow.
snorting a tiny little line, and you'd almost fall down a flight of
You
steps.
snorted heroin?
Oh yeah, for years before I shot it.
Because I've only smoked it. I was into smoking it, but I heard snorting it can be really dangerous.
Well, now the fentanyl thing has made every drug under the sun dangerous. Your pot
Yeah.
can be laced with fentanyl, and you die if you
Yeah.
smoke that. I mean, you
Yeah.
got to watch your ass, man. And if you're going to do any kind of drugs out there, man, all I can say is make sure your connection is jam up jelly tight with you.
Yeah.
And that they're willing to sit down and do whatever it is you're going to do in front of your face first, because man, it's a scary world out there with that shit now. That's why I overwhelmingly
Slowing
endorse.
down.
Yeah, I mean, I can't look. My body is old and tired and full of scars and holes all over it. And it's not pretty, but it is what it is, man. And I got through the tunnel and came out the vortex on the other side somehow, you know.
You're unstoppable. You've
And
lived a very wild, courageous life. And have you ever OD'd?
I OD actually sort of once and one time in my entire life. That's it.
Yeah.
And the one time I did is in the movie that was made about me.
I gotta see that. I haven't seen that yet. That's
Okay.
how old were you when you OD'd?
It was, let's see, it was 2005. So 15, just 20 years ago.
In your
I was,
50s?
I was 51.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I OD'd in 2006, but I was 19. We almost had matching. Maybe there was bad shit going around, bad batches
Hmm. Yeah. I
at
mean,
that time.
and
I
now
was in LA though. Where were you in the early 2000s?
I was in Washington, D.C. supposed to play a gig, which never happened. And it's exploited in the movie, of course, which I told him, look, you're not going to make the movie unless it's kept totally real. I don't want any phony shit put in there. Just portray me what I am, because that's what
Yeah,
I am. You know? I wouldn't trade my
same.
life for anything. I wouldn't
I
trade.
agree. I love it. I like to be like, I'm a piece of shit and see if I'll get laid by admitting I'm a piece of shit. And sometimes it works. It does better than to pretend to be, you
Right.
know.
Poor me. Fuck me.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sad and lonely and I feel like shit. Can
Yeah,
you help me?
yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, what is your goal for Pentagram in 2025? Like, what's something you want to achieve that you haven't yet?
I want to get this. Well, I do want to get the next brand new album done because we just had our first album in 10 years released January 31st. And I'm more proud. I say this each time an album comes out, of course, too, but realistically, I'm more proud of this new record than I've ever been of one in the past. And I had a favorite called Sub Basement for many, many, many years that I stood by tightly. And that was a two-man album. It was my drummer, Joe Hasselmander. He recorded all the instruments and I did the vocals. And this one is, this one kicks my ass, man. I'm proud of it. Really proud. I want to get another one done. And I want to see all the countries I can fucking see. I've never been to Australia, New Zealand. Hopefully, we'll add maybe one or two Japanese states. Their economy felt so badly through the floor, from what I hear. A buck is worth a quarter there now.
Yeah. I'm
So
not welcomed in Japan or Canada with my record,
Canada,
unfortunately.
yep, I hear you, babe.
And
Canada,
Middle East. I get in fights and I drunk drive. So apparently they don't want me.
yeah. Well, I was when I went to customs and immigration. They ran my rap sheet and it looked like a ticker tape parade.
Yeah.
So it was rolling around on the floor all the
Yeah.
thing. It
It's
just,
a CVS fucking receipt. Just keeps
yeah,
going. Yeah.
yeah, it is. It was
Yeah.
wild.
That's mine too.
They said, we don't want your kind here. Literal. That's
Yeah.
exactly what they said
That's
verbatim. I'm like,
racist. They don't want fun people? Whatever.
hey, I still can't go there. And I haven't tried recently, but I don't think they've changed.
Me too. No,
That's
I
fucked
tried.
up.
I was on a cruise ship and we docked in Canada and I tried to get off again in 2019 and they said no. And I just have a bunch of misdemeanors. I haven't done hard time. I just do a couple nights and I get out, nothing crazy.
Yeah.
And I don't know why they're so strict, but I heard that Japan is like that too, but I haven't been over there.
They're not like they used to be.
Okay.
Although you do have to, like, if you're going to play music there, you've got to be invited now, from what I gather.
Oh, wow. Well, you have
So,
to be. You're the number one fucking reel and meme everywhere, man.
yeah, but I don't want to go play for $20 in my pocket for a night.
That won't
I'm
cover.
honest there too, man. This is how I eat.
Yes.
People
Yeah.
don't realize that it's all just a party ride and it's all just fun and games. Man, when I wake up in the morning, my knees are killing me, my back, all that kind of shit. And it's not easy now.
I
Really not.
bet.
So, but I love it. It's what I do. It's what I was put here to do.
You
I
know
like
what's
it.
really inspiring to me is you're saying it's one of your favorite projects in your 70s that you're releasing. Like it makes me think like, oh, I haven't done maybe my favorite interviews or projects or toured or hosting event yet. Like it's never ending. It's never stopping.
Right. It's an ongoing process, and one day they'll carry, call the paramedics and carry me off on the stretcher, and throw him in the trash can. Next, give him the hook.
I think it's one of these things, though. I swear, people live long lives like us that are very hard people. That drugs couldn't kill us, alcohol couldn't kill us. I think
You
it's
build up
not
a
your time.
resistance, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's like, dude, I'm still going.
Yeah.
Well, man, thank you,
An odd
Bobby.
immunity you have.
Yeah. I want me to play one more of my Uno reverse. You're welcome to ask me any question if you want.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
No, no, because I get too digging.
No, you can dig. You can ask me anything if you want. You're welcome to.
What size is your chest?
They are double D 36.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a push up bra, so they may
And,
look bigger.
and my wife will love this when she hears
Tell her I love her. I'm a fan. It's all good. You guys are happily together. I'm in California.
and she knows what my life was
Yes.
when she married me, and she knows what it is, and it is what it is.
I have hosted on-stage competitions with dick size, with guys getting their dicks out. So it's really hard to offend me. I'll just say that.
Okay, all right.
But dude, thank you, Bobby, so much for coming by. I'm going to put the links down below on Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, X on how to find you and Pentagram and the band. And I just think you're such a legend of our time. So it really means a lot to me for you to stop by.
Well, I'm a legend in my own mind, and thank you for having me. Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Fuck yeah.
I'm honored to be on here. I watched a couple of your shows and was laughing my ass off. And you guys have big, heavy hitters come on there. My God.
Thank you. Yeah. I've made a lot of friends, dude. I get around, literally.
Yeah. Okay. Well, make it in all different ways.
I
Right?
do. I do.